All right, here we are all loaded up in my new to me 2005 GMC Sierra, headed to the LTX Shootout. We ran into a little rain along the way. Got to see some pretty cool bridges there at the Louisville and Indiana border.
Proceed to the highlighted route.
Yep. Take a video of the car and stuff too, so what I did. Oh, you did?
And we are in Indiana.
What? Oh, that's it. In Indiana. Yeah, they did. Buddy, we both got our own lanes here. Just trying to stay in it. LTX Shootout bound. Woo! Got Indianapolis, Indiana coming up. See the big buildings in the rain there. The fog and the rain. That's your check.
Well, I guess I should have updated my GPS because they had the highways shut down and it sent us to downtown Indianapolis, Indiana. But I guess now I can say I've been to downtown Indianapolis, Indiana.
Oh, it wants us to turn left up here?
Head north on North Delaware Street toward East Ohio Street.
Where does it want us to turn at?
Kind of dark, but we're at the hotel. Here's some of the cars. Kind of hard to see. Look, a Mustang. But yeah, it's too dark. Even if I turn the light on, can't see. But yeah, we are here. Fairfield Inn and Suites of Fair Oaks Farms or something like that. It's like a cow farm. It's a hotel like a cow farm. And they've got a restaurant, pool table, a swimming pool, an ice cream shop. But you can tell they raise cows around here because it stinks like cow crap. But yeah, we'll be doing some racing tomorrow. Yeah. Beating up on Austin and some pool.
And you just make all those adjustments.
Ray and Ben hanging now. Going down.
And here we are making our trip from the hotel to the racetrack.
From the hotel to the track. It's a beautiful farmland. Some windmills. So you can make a heck of a corn maze over here, couldn't you?
And here we are at the track at US 41 Drag Strip in Morocco, Indiana. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Just buttoning some things up on the car, getting it ready to race. Marshall's going up for the first motor pass. Marshall's first motor pass. See if Marshall gets beat back up. Well, the first pass, the car made a pretty decent pass. It was 1158 at 119, but it was down on power because the DA was 2000, and at 2000 DA, this car usually runs 11.3.
Austin's gonna drive back. I got Austin trying to pass in the Camaro. See if I can get up here.
And here on the very next pass, everything just went to crap. It was bogging coming off the line, cutting out coming off the line. It was cutting out high RPM. I'm not sure what was going on with it.
Last time Austin went, it flooded itself. I added a little more fuel and it's still not acting right coming off the line. I don't know if we hurt something when the nitrous backfired, but we're going to try to lean it out now because it flooded itself out so bad a while ago it wouldn't even go. Let's see what happens now.
So on the nitrous backfire, it did shred the intake I had running down to the fog hole. So I'm just looking inside the intake because I finished the run after it nitrous backfired. I started it up and took off. So I'm just looking down in the throttle body to see if any part of the intake may have gotten down inside there.
All right, first pass. It ran 1158. Which the DEA was 2000, so it was a couple of tenths down. But ever since then, it won't run. It's just cutting out down low and up top now. I've taken all the plugs out. And actually, they don't look bad. None of them do. They all look the same. But we're just going to try new plugs. See if that helped any. I don't know. Well, the nitrous, the backfire that the night did on nitrous and it run like crap on nitrous, it's now doing the same thing on motors. So I don't know what's going on with that thing. Maybe the nitrous backfire hurt the intake gasket or something. I don't know. Might have to dig in there and try to figure it out. Because we first got here, it ran 1158 at 119, and it just went downhill after that, man. It started breaking up top. Started popping and quitting on the takeoff, and it just sucked. They're right, Austin.
Yep, we'll sell it.
Sell it. Very disappointed. Look, it focuses on it. Very disappointed in the Camaro. I don't know. I'm thinking about switching that thing to carburetor, because I tell you what, my son's carburetor car, it don't have these problems. I'm beginning to hate this fuel injection stuff. I mean, sure, it's easier to tune and stuff like that, but I'll change the jet. I don't care, rather than punch in a number. But I'm pretty sure the crank sensor is what caused that thing to blow the head gasket on the nitrous the first time earlier this year. And then this time, I don't know what happened. I don't know, but now it's doing the same thing that it did on that nitrous on motor. So very disappointed. Drove a long way. Was hoping to get second in the power outer class and first or second in the natural aspirated class. Which, watching what everybody run, that's probably what would have happened. Me and the first place guy would have been a neck and neck race. But oh well, get it fixed and try again next year, I guess.
And here we head back home. You could see windmills from miles away in Indiana. It's pretty crazy. I see these a lot in Texas, but I've never seen this many. I mean, we drove for like 45 minutes and all you could see was windmills. So here are all the winners and runner-ups for the LTX Shootout. The winners, of course, are holding the Opti trophies, and I did get second place in the Extreme Street Power Adder class by default. Not the way you want to win something, but better than nothing, I guess. So this weekend, I'm going to try to figure out what's causing this issue. So what I think may be happening, I'm seeing some spots on my intake, which look like spilt E85 that is dried. So I did not use the retaining clips in the injectors. I've heard a lot of people not running those. And I did change the top rubber O-ring in the injectors. I didn't change the bottom ones. But I'm thinking, and I did clean my injectors out with brake cleaner, which they say is a bad idea to do. I just hooked it to a battery and sprayed brake cleaner through them. I should have used carburetor cleaners. So I'm thinking, number one, it either blew one of the rubber seals out of the injector when it nitrous backfired, it blew an intake gasket, or I've messed up an injector spraying brake cleaner through it, or where I don't have the retainer clips on the injectors, it's spraying out fuel. I've heard you can get away with those on the big injectors, but on the narrow injectors, I heard you can't get away with not running the retainers. Also, my throttle position sensor might be an issue, because when you floor the gas, sometimes it hesitates before it hits 100. Sometimes you hit the gas and it goes 0 to 100 just instantly, and then sometimes you'll see it pause at like 67% or 70%, then hit 100. And also the transmission on the last pass, it didn't want to shift into third gear. So the throttle position sensor would cause both of those issues. So either that, or where it was trying to shift and didn't know if it should shift, and it was confused because the car was cutting out, because the computer controlled vehicles do that. If the car's cutting out, it kind of confuses the computer on when to try to shift the car, and it causes it to shift really hard. So it either broke the transmission, I've lost third gear, which is fine. I've planned to do a turbo 400 in this car for the longest time. I've actually already bought a turbo 400 cross member. I just wanted to save up a little bit of money before I did that swap, but definitely going to change it to that. But I ordered a throttle position sensor. I ordered some new rubber seals for the injectors, just because I want to replace all those anyway. And then I ordered some new retaining clips. So this weekend we're going to try to get in here and figure out what's wrong with it. I think it's just spraying out fuel. and the fuel's coming out onto the intake rather than going down into the cylinder like it should. Or I think the throttle position sensors went out on me. Or again, I think it blowed an intake gasket. So, but we're going to check all that and see what happens. And we're also going to do some valve springs on my son's car to get the upper RPM cut out, fixed on that. So I'll make some more videos. I'll keep you all posted. And we're still shooting for that 10 on motor and that 9 on nitrous on both cars.